What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and it's that time of the week again where we do a financial audit on DSP Gaming and DSP Reacts, and we see if the liquidity is on point for our boy Phil. Now, I know it's a little late. This is a day after the day off, so I like to see if our boy Phil had enough liquidity for his day off. And you know, this week was extra weird because he only streamed 5 days, and of course he went out twice. He went out on Sunday and he went out yesterday, and from his own words, he actually said he went shopping and actually spent some money and had a meal out with his wife on Sunday. So I'm curious to know, did he tell his wife, no, you can't eat today because we ate out on Sunday? And like I told everyone in the community, we only eat out once a week. I doubt if that's the case. We know that Kat wants her DoorDash or wants her sushi, so we know that's not going to happen. So let's take a look at the numbers, folks. Alrighty, so the work week, as Phil likes to call it, started on 6/16 and went all the way through 6/20/23. Now, mind you, let's put a little caveat here. Our boy Phil did lose a stream due to Xfinity being a detractor, and you know, the internet going down and not Phil not being able to stream. So I'll put that caveat out there. Also, last week was a 7-day streaming week, and this week was 5. So there you go. So if we take a look at Phil's totals for the work week, he pulled in $868 for tips. Mind you, $195 was from our boy Jack Raxxor. And we all know Jack Raxxor won the coveted M.V.D. Most Valuable Den of the Week, dropping $195 in tips. Most of it occurred on Sunday night. He saved the Street Fighter night stream where he dropped a $150 dono. Okay, so if you just take a look at the $868 and you subtract the $195, our boy Phil had a pretty crappy day. He brought in $673 net in tips for the work week, which is pretty bad. But of course, we have to include Jack's tips, so the grand total was $868. For super chats for that period, he pulled in $335, which was also on the low end, for a grand total of $1,203 for the work week. Now, for Phil, that's kind of low, especially all the shopping and the meals and the pet supplies and the WWE champions. I mean, he may have had a rough go at it this week. More than likely, he probably is going to tell us today that his wife, Kat, and him did nothing, just stayed home, and he watched her play Skyrim and they ordered DoorDash. You know, one of those type of weeks for Phil. And of course, what he ends up doing is he ends up siphoning a lot of that tip money into WWE champions. So, I mean, that is the main source of Phil's joy is WWE. So I'm pretty sure most of it went to that. Anyway, so if you compare that, if you compare what he made this week to what he made last week, you're going to see a gradual decrease week over week. It's been happening since since about 4 weeks. It's just been declining. I mean, he had a really good month, early June and late May, but his support is essentially just falling back down to normal territories, and a lot of that is due to just people are bored of Street Fighter. That's all he really has. And of course, Jack Raxxor and Game Tracker can only support the streams, but for so long. That disability check is going to eventually run out, and they're going to need other people to step up, and that's just not been happening. You guys know I awarded Jax the M.V.D. yesterday, which is the first of its kind, the first award of its kind. And if you look at the totals for the other folks, I mean, Hiseo dropped $50, which is garbage. Lisa Lu dropped $50, which was garbage. Game Tracker dropped $90, which was okay, and that's it. Everyone else have dropped $1 or $2 here and there, and that's it for our boy Phil. So if this continues, I'm not sure what Phil is going to do. He's going to have to do a special marathon event every other day just to be able to keep up with the support. Now, as you guys see, last week he pulled in $1,219 in tips and $636 in super chats. That's a significant drop week over week. And that may bump this week because he's doing Final Fantasy, but I don't know, maybe Final Fantasy might be one of those things where he gets support the first day, and then, you know, like typically those games, what happens is he gets a pretty good support on the first stream. He plays it back to back, and then the second stream is just garbage. He gets, you know, he barely cracks $30 on the night stream. That's probably what's going to happen here with Final Fantasy, but we'll see. That's for next week. Okay, folks, let's look at 2023 as a whole and compare it to 2022, and let's see how our boy Phil is faring off. As you can see, so far this year, Phil has pulled in $29,040 in tips. And if you compare that to last year, for the same period, he pulled in $31,558. So he's at a negative 8% in tip income for the same period year over year. So it's gotten better. I mean, like I stated before, that stuff was in the 20% range. And, Jack Raxxor has really helped shrink that down. So big ups to Jack Raxxor. That's why he was the first weekly awarded M.V.D of DSP Gaming and DSP Reacts. Now, if you look at Super Chats for the same period, he's pulled in $11,127. And last year, he pulled in $13,172 for a net loss, or a net decrease of 16%. And then grand total, folks, this year so far, Phil has made $39,996. And for that same time period last year, he pulled in $44,730 for a net drop of negative 12%. So it's still up there, Phil. You're running out of time, Phil, and you're running out of games to get that support on even. And of course, this is critical because, as you know, Phil calls his streaming a business. And the key point to a business is to constantly see growth. Quarter over quarter, year over year, you should be seeing growth, not decrease. And as you can see, as I've stated before, DSP Reacts has really kind of hurt his channel. It's dropped his support, being that all he's really doing is just taking a chunk of content that he used to do for DSP Gaming and moved it over to DSP Reacts. Now, mind you, again, these are just simply tips and super chats. I'm not looking at memberships. I'm not looking at ad revenue. That is not included in this, just because it's a little difficult to calculate. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm expecting next week we're going to see another dip in support. I know he's going to be average wise it's going to be a dip. I think he's streaming this week 7 days, so the numbers might be a little higher than normal, but of course if you average it out, we're going to see another dip in support. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.